Hello, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. As you guys probably know, it has been a year since our first Cooking with Connor episode. So, without further ado, let's get cooking.
Let's get cooking. So, this episode of Cooking with Connor, we are going to be making each other something. Before, we kind of cooked in unison. Now we're going to be making stuff for each other. So, over here is our kind of some of our ingredients. So, we're going to be making each other eggs and bacon. So, over here, of course, we have the stove and we have our tools. This will probably be for the bacon. Right. So, we already washed our hands because every good chef washes their hands. Right, Connor?
Yep.
Rule number 1, wash your hands. So, yeah, this cup right here, this is so that we can break the eggs into here so that if any shells get caught, we can easily extract them from the cup rather than having to take it out of the pan. So, yeah. Would you like to start by putting some butter into the pans?
Yes.
Alright, so we're going to be using butter kind of for lubricant for the pans. And we're going to be working very, very closely together because our stove is not very big and there's not a whole lot of room around it. So, yeah. But meanwhile, I'll get cracking. Alright, so now we have all of our stuff separated. We have our eggs and our cups, and I'm going to be making Connor dippy eggs. Because Connor's never had dippy eggs. Connor, what are you going to be making me?
Scrambled eggs.
Nice. Alright, so let me see a little bit more butter here. I use a lot of butter. A lot of butter. Alright, but first we're going to be making ourselves bacon. So, there's your bacon, Connor. So, when you're making bacon, just kind of put it in there and let it fry a bit, let it sizzle. And then, once you feel like one side's done, you're just going to flip it over and do that a few times. Bacon's not that hard to make. So yeah. Connor, do you have any advice for the viewers on making bacon?
No, sir.
Alright. We will catch back up with you guys when we're done. So, now it's time to get cooking. So we have made our bacon. This is what I made for Connor. Connor made for me. Boom.
Is this burnt? Mine is not.
Not burnt, just crispy.
Just the way I like it.
Just the way we like it. Crispy. So now we are going to move on to the eggs. Again, I am making dippy eggs for Connor, who's never had them. And Connor is making
Scrambled eggs.
Yeah. So the reason we didn't show the cooking of the eggs is because, or of the bacon, is because it sizzled really loudly, and so kind of hard to hear. But yeah. So now bring up some fire. There we go. And you wanna? No. So now take your eggs, Connor. Now, so when making dippy eggs, you want to keep the yolk intact, like this. Wait till it kind of solidifies. Well, I have 2 yolks, so I'm going to pop one of them. Kind of get more substance there. But you want to keep one of them intact. Then, once it gets kind of solid on the bottom, just slide underneath of it with a spatula. And flip it over. Right like that. And Connor, you want to describe what you're doing?
Yes. So when you are making scrambled eggs, you want to keep moving the eggs around until they become like little clusters.
Alright, so I think mine, or rather Connor's, is about done. This, put it in there. Boom. We're using very small eggs, so there's not a whole lot of egg part. But, yeah.
Mine's not quite there yet.
Alright, Connor, let you take over.
Alright. And I think we're just about done.
Alright, so I forgot to include this, but I have to make Connor toast, because you can't have dippy eggs without toast. So, piece of toast in, put her down, and I will let you guys know when that's done.
Welcome back. So we have successfully made our food for each other, and Mitchell has made the toast. Let's get eating.
Let's get eating. Alright. So, yeah, I'm going to start with the bacon, too. Yeah, just some really good bacon. Yeah, really good job with this.
You too. This is mad crispy.
So, just remember, guys, when you're cooking at home, remember to practice proper safety, and preferably don't light your house on fire.
Also, never stick a fork in the toaster.
Never. That's true. I almost did it again, boys. If you go back to our first episode, I did that, and I almost did it again. But yeah, don't do it. Don't. You can seriously injure yourself. Don't do it. Yeah. So hopefully we're gonna get back into a groove of starting to make videos at least more frequently.
Yeah.
Because we can't make it, like, we can't wait another year to do these. Yeah, so also we've got to do this at the beginning. Connor, tell our friends at home what this series is. Just
So basically, we are going to be cooking all sorts of different types of foods, starting from some of the easiest things to make to some of the most difficult things to make. And Mitchell's dream is to someday have Gordon Ramsay on our YouTube series.
it's got to happen.
Yeah.
It's got to happen eventually.
So hopefully one day we'll get there.
Right. So, yeah. This has been the bacon. Connor, this is, again, I think I mentioned this earlier, this is Connor's first time ever having dippy eggs.
I don't even know where to begin.
Well, I'll tell you. So, so you dip, you pop it, so, like, see this? You pop that with the fork, right?
All right.
And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna dip toast in there.
We're going in, boys. That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Well, as long as it's good for you. Because I love dippy eggs. I make dippy eggs, and we might have, a little bit of a spoiler alert, we might have another dippy egg related thing coming in the near future. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, if you guys have suggestions for what we should make, please leave them in the comments below. We'd really appreciate some ideas. Remember, the idea is to get progressively harder. So if you guys come out with like, oh yes, make a like Michelin star level beef Wellington,
That's not happening.
that's not happening. At least not in the near future. That might happen years down the line. I don't know how long this series is going to last. I just assume that we're going to make it into our old age. But yeah, so something like, I don't know, something easy. Go easy on us. Alright, so Connor has tried food that I made him. And now I'm gonna try what Connor made me. So he made me scrambled eggs. Let's dig in. Pretty good. Alright.
Hey Mitchell, how are those scrambled eggs tasting?
They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Had better at the school cafeteria, though.
Just eat the egg.
Alright, well, all in all, I feel like we've been pretty successful in making eggs.
I agree.
Great, yeah. As I said before, hopefully we're going to kind of get back into a groove with making videos. Hopefully we won't take a year break next time. But yeah, as I said before, if you have any suggestions, leave it in the comments down below. We'd love to hear from you guys. So, do you have any closing remarks, Connor?
Next time, don't insult my food.
Editing, Mitchell. If you like when you're editing this, because I'm the one who edits this, by the way. When you're editing this, can you put like some like weird like creepy music there, or like no, make it darker? I don't know, something. Maybe put like explosion there in his eyes, or make his eyes red or something. Can you no do that? Thanks. Really appreciate it, buddy. Connor?
Next time, don't insult my food.
Well, this has been Cooking with Connor, episode 3. So, see you in the next video. Let's get cooking.